Hi, folks. Pat Flannery here, your faithful editor of Canadian Rental Service Magazine. Got something a little bit fun going on today. As you can see, we're remotely joining Luke Gribble. He is the Solutions Marketing Manager for John Deere Construction and Forestry Division, and he's going to take us on a walk around John Deere's sort of newest compact loader line that I think is just going to be really ideal for the rental market.
I'm Luke Gribble, Solutions Marketing Manager for loaders and skid steers, and today I'm going to do a walk around on the 184 G-Tier compact wheel loader. Sticking with our G-Tier theme, this loader brings a rugged, reliable, and easy to use solution while positioning itself at a more economic price point like we've seen with the rest of our G-Tier loader lineup. This is a great machine for the nursery and landscape applications, agriculture applications, general site prep, and independent rental companies and dealer-owned rental fleets as well. The 184G is a standard articulating compact wheel loader. It's powered by a Yanmar engine. It comes in at 44 net horsepower and is one of the smallest footprint compact loaders in our lineup. The height comes in right at about 8 feet and the width is just under 6 feet, meaning it's great to maneuver around tight job sites and small areas and easy to transport as well.
Tell us about some of the new features. I'm sure many people have been familiar with John Deere wheel loaders from the past. What are some new things that came out in this series?
One of the great attributes of the 184G is how much visibility it provides to an operator that's sitting in the seat of that cab. One thing you're going to notice right away is the floor to ceiling glass in this left side door right here. This is a frameless design, meaning there's almost no obstructions that are permitting you to not see things outside of the site, whether it's a machine, a person, or another object. We continued this trend with the front part of the machine as well. If you look to the right and left sides of the steering column, you're going to notice that glass again goes completely from the floor to the ceiling, meaning that you can see the tires a lot better and the front of your machine. In fact, when you couple that with the tapered boom design, you're going to have great access to switching out between attachments and looking at what those attachments are doing when you're working on the different job sites. Now, continuing this trend, if you look at the rear of the machine, we've done some things of the design there that increase this visibility as well. The rear hood is sloped down, meaning that objects behind you are easier to see if you need to be turning around and looking at them. The last thing when it comes to visibility is that now the right side window folds completely out 180 degrees, allows you to talk to folks that might be on the ground. And again, because that's a frameless design, it provides unparalleled visibility access to the right side of the machine. The 184G can be equipped with 3 different bucket options: the 0.9 cubic yard, the 1 cubic yard, or the 1.4 cubic yard bucket. The 184G tier can come equipped with either a skid steer style quick attach coupler or a hook Euro coupler. This machine right here has the skid steer style quick attach coupler on it, and in addition to that also has the skid steer style quick attach coupler cover as well that helps prevent debris, dust, or other things you might encounter on the job site from getting to those electrical components, giving them increased longevity when they're on the machine. In addition to this, if you're running an attachment that requires third function hydraulics, you're going to see the couplers are easily accessible to get those attachments installed and ready to roll a lot easier. In addition to this, the skid steer style quick attach is electrically actuated, meaning it's much easier to hook onto and unhook attachments. All this can be done from inside of the cab very easily. And here you can see another great visibility feature on the machine with the right side window folding completely 180 degrees out, and again with that frameless design that enables unobstructed views from the seat of the cab.
Fantastic. Well, it's a beautiful looking cab, Luke. That's a nice upgrade over a lot of things that are out there. So let's I guess let's move to the next bit. Tell me a bit about, one thing the rental guys are always going to be concerned about when they're looking at fleet is serviceability. The time spent by the maintenance people futzing around with things that are difficult to access, difficult to service, is just, it's money out of your pocket every hour they spend on this stuff. Give me some of the high points of what you guys have done to make these machines easier to service.
By easily opening up the hood, you're going to see that you get great access to those components and can complete your daily checks easily at the ground level as well. Down here you've got the engine oil dipstick. If you need to refill it, you have your engine oil fill located right here. Next thing you're going to want to look at is your hydraulic sight gauge. And if you need to add any hydraulic oil, it's easily accessible through the fill cap right here. A couple other checks you can do on this side of the machine include ensuring that you've got enough windshield wiper fluid in this container right here, and then checking to see if there's any dust in this dust unloader valve as well. Your coolant level check is located on the rear right side of the service area and can be easily viewed, and if additional coolant is needed, can be added as well. In addition to this, you've got unprecedented access to the cooling components. Both of these coolers are easily located to where they can be sprayed out or blown out if you're in a high dust and high debris application, keeping those major components clean and cool throughout the day.
Luke, let's jump in the cab and actually take a look at what everything looks like from the inside.
Notice the step when entering the cab on the 184G is a single piece design that's extremely durable and allows you to easily clean off your boots before entering the cab. Once you're in the operator seat, you're going to really understand how great the visibility is on this machine with the floor to ceiling glass, with the buttons located on the right side, with things moved out of the way like the control lever that you typically see for forward, neutral, and reverse. All of that being seamlessly integrated and coupled together gives you a lot more room inside the cab, and again, really enables that superior visibility. The display on the 184G tier not only shows things like fuel level, machine hours, or diagnostic trouble codes, but it can be easily adjusted to make sure that it's in the best line of sight from whoever's sitting in the operator seat. In addition to this, the seat can be fully adjusted back and forth. The steering column can be adjusted. There's a number of storage compartments on this machine that make it great to keep a number of items needed throughout the day. There's a large compartment right here where the lid easily comes off and is magnetically sealed. Right below the seat, there's an area for things like water bottles or even small lunch boxes. And in addition to that, there's a couple little areas on both the left and right side rear of the machine, a cup holder and other storage area in the front, and more access immediately behind the seat as well. In addition to that, the orange high-vis seat belt is standard on this machine as well. The 184G is also available in an open ROPS canopy style. This is a great solution for customers that might be running this machine in a more mild climate, or for those looking for a lower acquisition price. Obviously, you're going to get greater visibility without the enclosed cab, even with all of those frameless door features that we talked about on the cab machine. A couple key differences: the steering column is fixed on the canopy style. While there is storage, there are a few less areas for storing components throughout the day. And while the controllers and the switches and the display are on the right side of the machine, you will notice that the switches are actually located at the top of the canopy as opposed to down below next to the lever like you saw in the enclosed cab.
Well, listen, Luke, it's an impressive lineup. I think there's gonna be a lot of interest from everybody in this new series. And listen, Luke Gribble, John Deere, thanks so much for taking us around the machines today.